Yeah, I don't know why. I have it in I have this in landscape mode and it's still recording in portrait mode for some reason. So that's kind of stupid because I have a thing, but it only holds my phone horizontally, not vertically. I have to put you in the I have to put you in my little section I have up here to do vertically. Like I have it horizontal and it's still recording vertical. It's kind of retarded. Well, anyway, I kind of have to get gas first before I could really do much. So I'm kind of low on gas. Fucking gas is over $4 a gallon, so that's amazing. It's fucking expensive now. There we go. Well, like gas was literally cheaper in British Columbia than it was here in Spokane. It's cheaper in Idaho. I could go to Idaho, but I don't feel like driving all the way out there and then driving back. Like, I do pretty much. I'm almost on empty, so I mean, kind of. This engine still has 4 to 5 gallons in reserve, even when it's showing empty. So it's not really like if I get like almost if I probably get about conservatively like 25 miles to the gallon with 4 to 5 gallons in reserve, that's over 100 miles. So it's not really that big of a deal. But I mean, even at like let's see. Actually, no, we could find a cheaper gas. I have enough gas to find a cheaper gas station than that place. I could go to a place where I get 15 cents off a gallon. We could drive there real quick. So that place was a 409, but basically 410. This place is like 410. Pass this guy really quick. Go down here. Fuck. Yeah, what's up, VR? I was trying to record and I have it on landscape, which is horizontal, and it's recording vertical for some reason. I have a horizontal holder on top of this, but it wouldn't let me, so I had to put you guys in my little storage cubby thing I have on my dash. Open the windows a little bit. It's overcast today, so I probably don't need the jacket right now, but probably just gonna put a couple bucks in. Maybe I could fill up. I could put on my credit card. I have enough money, but like, fucking, gas is expensive. I don't know if it's worth it to go to State Line. Yeah, if I go to State Line, it's gonna be like probably over 50 cents cheaper, but then I have to drive like 15 minutes on the highway. So it's like 30 minutes drive time. Probably like 40 miles, so that's over a gallon. So that's yeah, I'll just fill up here. Yeah, it's cheaper in Idaho, but you have to factor in the drive too. Even though I am close to Idaho, like 15 minutes away, it's not very far. But that's 30-minute trip. Depends on the traffic too. Wait, is it on? No, it's farther. Oh, it's on Sullivan, yeah. I haven't done a full live stream in a while for you guys, other than I haven't done much of anything on YouTube recently. Just busy with work, and I know the job I got really does not pay enough. Like, I can make more selling computers, so. Dude, all these like shitty, like barely above minimum wage jobs, man, it's just like, dude, I can make more selling computers like easily. Like I've made more in a single day with the computer sales than I can make a week of working at like these part-time, barely above minimum wage jobs. You know, it's like, I mean, I applied to better jobs. And yes, I'm still looking into like training and apprenticeship stuff. But I just don't want to get tied down to that because I really want to, you know, own my own business. And so I've been considering a lot of different business stuff, different businesses to get into. Like I'd consider there's the digital marketing one, which I feel like that'd be pretty good because that's not even just limited to my local area. Like pretty much computer sales is. I mean, shipping does give me a bigger audience and I can sell quicker, but then it also comes with a lot more fees, shipping and hassle. You spend money on the packaging, spend money on the shipping, eBay fees, taxes, which you don't have to worry about any of that with like Marketplace or Craigslist. I mean, I mostly do Marketplace nowadays. Craigslist is pretty fucking dead. Like I kind of followed the trend of like I was on Craigslist like exclusively for like years, and it was like pretty successful still. But then I've checked, and it's like they get like no new listings. They get very few new listings. It's like it's pretty much all on Marketplace now. I think most people that actually did it as any sort of business actually moved to Marketplace, which I'm exclusively on Marketplace right now. I still check Craigslist from time to time for like deals, but I personally wouldn't like sell on there much anymore. It's just completely dropped off. Damn, everyone's busy on a Saturday. I thought you guys had good 9 to 5 jobs where you work Monday to Friday. The fuck are y'all doing? It's not even noon here, PST. I guess it's like what, 3 on the East Coast? I guess that's probably where the majority of you are from. It's Eastern time. Statistic, I mean. $4.09 here, but I can get 15 cents off a gallon. So same price as the other places, but I can get 15 cents off a gallon, which takes it to under $4 a gallon. So that's decent. I don't even know what it is in Idaho right now. The cool thing about Subaru is it's right-hand fill, so it's like most cars are left, so that kind of gives you like a couple more options than most cars. So I can pull in different ways. All right. Let's get some games. Ugh. Safety first. I was just getting gas. Let's take this coat off. It's not like it's like 50 out. So it's 50, but it's like rainy and overcast. So. But in the car, it's fine. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I have my I slept in here last night on my mat and a sleeping bag. It's pretty comfy, honestly. This isn't like a big car or anything. This is a 2004 Subaru Forester, so it's a compact SUV, but I have so much space when I put my back seats down. I could lay down there. I'm 6 feet tall and I could lay all the way pretty comfortably. Like, so my head is probably like right here, and then my feet are like to the back, but there's a lot of room back here. There's tons of room when I put the seat down. That's a good thing about kind of like a squarish type body. It's like you have a lot of room on the interior. I just put 8 gallons in. Another Subaru pulled in right behind me. Got that all-wheel drive, you know. These are tough fucking cars. My car's older than me. Still running. I'm at 291,000 miles. Not on the original engine, but it's on the second engine right now. So realistically, the engine that's in here is probably very close to 70,000 miles. But 70,000 is nothing because the old engine lasted 271 before it fucking went out. So I have another 200,000 miles on this thing, at least. With regular maintenance and stuff, it could easily hit 300. Like I think the old engine was like a beast. Like it was just left sitting. It didn't get like oil changes enough and shit. So I'm pretty confident that they want to last over 300,000 with how I take care of it. You guys are shitty, American piece of shit cars that start going bad at 150. European piece of shit. Yeah, Japanese know how to make cars. Or at least they used to. I don't know. New cars are like, I feel like they're more like cheaply made. It's like they just add a lot of flash and like once they add too many like safety features, it's like the more complicated you make something in engineering, the more complicated you make something, the more points of failure it has. So the more likely it is to fail, and that's what like new cars are. It's like old cars that are simpler like mine. It's like they have less points of failure because they have less stuff that could go wrong. And I don't have all the safety features too, so it's like new cars have all these safety features where it won't let you like switch lanes. Like if there's a car in your way in your like blind spot, it'll correct, and like if you drift over the lines, it'll like adjust you. But it's like if one of those things goes out and then you're so used to your car doing it for you, then I think that's bad. If you never have to check and then all of a sudden a safety feature goes out, then you're screwed if you're used to it. Same thing with backup cameras. There's people that are like, oh yeah, I don't even have to look over my shoulder anymore because of the backup camera. Well, it's like, what if, you're so used to that, you're looking at your screen and then it goes out all of a sudden and then you keep backing out. It's like, well, you should have looked over your shoulder, man. Or if you're changing lanes and you don't look over your shoulder because your car can tell you if someone's in your blind spot and then it doesn't, Old cars have to be more mindful. Where am I going? I gotta find a spot to park. I don't really want to. I have a full tank, but like I don't really want to drive around that much anymore. I don't want to waste my gas. Oh, I have this pizza, by the way. I brought with me. Waiting for it to cool off. Yep, safety first. It's only been out for like a couple minutes, man. I should have eaten this. Plus, old cards you could actually like work on. It's like easier to work on them, and like I do all my oil changes. I've had to replace my, spark plugs and my some sensors, and I've changed the transmission fluid. I can do my own brakes, change the tires. Like, I feel like new cars, they're harder to work on, so people just pay mechanics to do it. Or they just use their warranties, and it's like, bro, do you know how many guys don't know how to change a tire anymore? Like, a staggering amount of, like, grown men don't know how to change a tire. I think that's bullshit. That's, like, basic stuff you should know how to do. So, not just, like, a grown adult, not just as a grown man, but, like, as a grown adult, like, everyone should know how to change their tires. Plus, oil changes are really fucking easy. It's like, you get the wrench, you take a little bolt off, you drain it into a pan, change the filter, you put your car up on a ramp or on a jack. It's like, bro, this is stuff that like everyone has. Like you have like a little jack like in your car by default. You buy the oil and a fucking oil filter and you replace it. It's like that's not hard. Brakes are pretty easy too. It probably depends on the car, but like brakes aren't hard either. It's like you take your tire off. There's like these little clips, then you put some like grease in there when you put the new ones on. I mean, yeah, you can fuck it up if you don't know what you're doing, but there's like YouTube and stuff, But it's like if you don't know how to change a tire and you're like in a place with and you're in a place with like no reception, and just like you have to wait for someone to help you, it's like what the fuck, man. It's crazy that like grown adults don't know how to change tires, like a lot of them now. That's like not knowing how to swim as like an adult or how to ride a bike. Like this used to be like very basic common knowledge for like everyone. So if I keep going, I'll be driving by my friend. He's not even working. I asked some motherfucker if he wanted to hang out today. Piece of shit. He's like, no, bro, I gotta clean my kitchen. It's like, come on, man, it doesn't take that long. You don't work for that. My other friend does. His job sucks. He works until like 4 to like midnight or something. It's like far away from his house too, so he's not home until at least like 1. That would suck because you're like sleeping during the day. Like, I like working early. Like, I'm fine if a job starts me at like 5, but like this job that I was at could like start you at like 12 some days, and then like 5 the next fucking day. It's like, how are you supposed to adjust your sleep schedule to 7 hours difference? Like, that's an entire you sleeping, and then you just change it for the next day. Like, what the fuck is that? I'd be fine if you started with me at 5 in the morning, but every morning, It's like, don't start me at 12 3 days of the week and then 5 the next 2 days of the week. It's like, you can't get used to that. No wonder everyone there looks so fucking old. That's why I need like a business, because like I hate being a fucking employee. It's such garbage. Employees get fucked the most because they pay the most tax and stuff. Like they don't have all the deductions and tax advantages that business owners have. Because like a business owner could deduct whatever they spend into the business, and if like their profit margins are like less than 5% stuff, that's like nothing. Like they barely pay taxes because they have, all these operating costs and stuff. They deduct your salary because the employee basically, the government knows that because the employee pays the taxes for the business owners. That's why they have the tax advantages. Employees pay the most tax. Employers pay the least. They have all the deductions and tax advantages. Plus, also as a business owner, you can pay yourself. It's like Elon Musk doesn't pay himself a salary. That's why he doesn't pay that much tax. He pays himself in stock options, and then he just borrows against his assets, which isn't taxed because debt isn't taxed. So it's like he has billions of dollars in assets from all his stock options in his companies. You just go to the bank and they'll lend him however much he fucking wants at really low interest rates. And all he has to do is just sell off like a little portion of his stock and pay off like the interest. And then he doesn't pay tax on what he borrows. He'll pay a tax for the capital gains for selling the stocks, but he's had them. If you have them for a long time, then it's taxed at a way lower rate. It's probably be in the right lane. I think the highest capital gains tax is a 15%, which is a lot better than if you're in a high tax bracket. The highest tax bracket is 37% federally. So if you sell after 1 year, if you sell under 1 year, it's taxed at your tax bracket. If you sell over 1 year, it's 15%, and I think it just keeps going down. So if you've had your stocks for like a long time, you're paying a pretty small portion of taxes once you sell. America has what's called a progressive tax system. So it's like the theory is the more you earn, the more you pay. But really, if you're a business owner or if you're wealthy, there's more options available to you because if you have enough in it, banks don't. They look at liquid capital, like how much you have saved and stuff. But what wealthy people understand is that like savings are kind of pointless because you have inflation eating at your purchasing power every year. So you need assets that grow, like real estate, stocks, gold, Bitcoin, silver. It's like you should get your money into assets, like appreciating assets. Money goes down. Your dollar goes down every time the federal government prints money, and the federal government prints $1 trillion every 90 days. So what do you think that does to your money? The 3% the government gives you is not true. It is higher. Every financial expert says that inflation is higher than 3%. Pizza. I got it from those Totino's pizzas, those ones that used to be $1. I got to buy one get one free for $2, so it's $1 pizza. Just like in the good old days before the garbage, inflation, and COVID and shit. And here's another reason why your money loses purchasing power. Every time you put $1 in the bank loans out 9/10 of that dollar. So if you put in $10,000 of cash into a bank, they loan out 9,000 of those dollars, however many fucking times, to people who want to borrow that money. That also can cause inflation and decrease your purchasing power. It's called fractional reserve banking. That's how all modern banks operate. So the government prints $1 trillion every 90 days on average. So that lowers, every time they do that, that lowers how much your dollar's worth. The bank loans out 9/10 of your money that you put into the bank, and they might give you less than one. Banks used to give you 5 to 8% for in a savings account. Now, no big bank does that. No big bank has a real high yield savings account. A normal savings account is 0.1% or some garbage like that, less than 1%, like most banks. Like Bank of America, mine's only 0.1% or some shit. And then they also loan out 9/10 of whatever the fuck I put in there to other people who probably, if they're smart, they use that to buy appreciating assets. So they use debt, and then they don't pay taxes on that. So they don't pay taxes on it because it's debt. They put it into appreciating assets. They pay off the interest with the appreciating assets, and then they make money. But you're losing money every time you put money into a bank, basically. Because of fractional reserve banking, them printing money. So I think get the money out of the fucking bank. Put it into assets. Gold. Gold has gone up over 50% in some very short amount of time. Bitcoin up I think 80 to 90% this year, something like that. It started off at close to at around 50,000. It hit its all-time high of 126 the other day. Now it's dipping back down, and I bought at the dip, but gone up over close to 100% this year. I think, Bitcoin's gone up tremendously. It's the highest appreciating asset of all time. And if you don't believe me, you can look it up. I think it's gone up over 900,000% since it was created. So just get into Bitcoin, guys. Even governments are buying Bitcoin now. I think El Salvador is the first country to, I think, almost fully adopt Bitcoin as a medium of exchange, countrywide and as a reserve system. So the U.S. government owns a ton of gold, but the dollar isn't backed by any of the gold that they have. So now it's just useless fucking money that they can print at will. Literally, when in 1971, when the government took the dollar off the gold standard, that basically means that you're working for pretty much nothing, because they could print it at whatever rate. They could just print more of it. Maybe you see a salary increase, but really, because of the inflation, your purchasing power is going down no matter how much you're getting paid. And they could print it at will, so that means they can get people to do whatever the fuck they want. The government has the biggest scam ever going on by just printing money not backed by anything. And we see the effects of that. It's the entire reason why all this stuff is getting astronomically more expensive. Ask any financial expert, and they will tell you all of this. All that's true. Money is now dead. I don't think debt's really a bad thing. Commercial debt or consumer debt, which is what most people's debt is a bad thing. You should avoid that. But there's good debt and bad debt. Good debt is money that you use to buy appreciating assets, basically. But most people use debt to spend on liabilities, which lose that money. So that's why most people are in the hole in debt, because they don't use it for appreciating assets. And a home, like a house, isn't really an investment, because think about it. If you aren't renting it out or doing like Airbnb, or like, let's say, yeah, you bought your house in 1960 for like $50,000, and today it's worth like $700,000. Yeah, I guess that would be considered a good investment. But think of all the years you lived in that house, what you could have done, with the money in the meantime, all the money you took into the house. Then it really seems like less of a good investment. And it didn't really actively generate you any income, because whatever amount that was back then is worth a lot more today. So you have to factor in inflation over the years, which is like, I think the dollar's lost like 95% of its purchasing power since like 1971. So yeah, like a house really is an investment. It's like, well, you could argue, yeah, well, I mean, when people say that, they don't mean that you just have to be homeless. It's like, no, yeah, buy the house, but just realize that it's not an asset, it's a liability, because it's actively taking money from you. It's not putting like money back into your pocket. So, like, really, maybe instead of buying the house, you should buy like a duplex or something first, and then have them pay off the mortgage, and then you pocket the extra to put down on a house that you live in. So, yeah, Subaru gang. Oh, hey, Angeline. I'm eating a pizza right now. I was just talking about like finance and economics. I learned a lot more. I've been reading a lot of books, and like, man, I just learned how much the fucking like how the banks and government screws you so bad. I was talking about fractional reserve banking. The government prints $1 trillion every 90 days. Like, every economics expert says that inflation is over what the government reports. It's not 3%, it's higher. And it's just like, this fucking government, man. This fucking piece of shit guy. It doesn't matter, because Democrats and Republicans do this. It doesn't fucking matter which side it is. It's like they just print this money at will. It's not backed by anything. They took it off the gold standard in 1971 so they could print it ad nauseum. Like, fuck this piece of shit government, man. Literally, think about it. The dollar's lost over 90% of its purchasing power since they took it off the gold standard. So in less than 50 years, they've basically like just completely taken a shit with the US dollar. That's why personally, I mean, I'm spending a lot in Bitcoin. It dropped the other day. I bought it a lot at 109,000 the other day, and it hit its all-time high of 126,000 just prior. It went down because of US trade tensions with China. So it's like Trump is threatening to impose a 100% fucking tariff on China, which I think is retarded because of how reliant the US is on Chinese goods. 100% fucking tariff, like, the Chinese aren't going to comply with that. And they have to get American manufacturing, and then our economy is so fucked, and we have to pay our workers so much more to produce anywhere near the amount that they can. And they have so much more people. They have so much more people working in manufacturing. They pay them less, so they produce more. In America, people aren't going to be willing to work for anything near what the Chinese could work for, and there isn't as many of us to begin with. Even with illegal immigrants or people who are willing to work for less. The Chinese have over 3 times our population. It's like 100% tariff on China is so fucking retarded. It's gonna further tank the economy. Dumbass Trump, man. Oh, I can't really read your comments because I'm driving, Angeline. I hope you understand, but I'm just ranting, man. It's like the more I learn about all this stuff, the more I am pissed, and it's like, I was saying, dude, instead of buying a house, I was thinking like I should get like a duplex or something, like, and rent, because I see that, I mean, rents are increasing and home prices just keep increasing. It's like, well, what's the point in losing tons of money if I buy a home? If I could earn more. And also, I was looking at foreign investments because, dude, there's a site called BulgarianProperties.com. A house in rural Bulgaria, a two floor, like 3-bedroom, nice house in a very nice, quiet village in Bulgaria is like under $50,000 US. And you don't even have to just pay cash on that. You can if you want, but this is how good their market is. You could put 15 to 30% down, even as a foreigner. So anyone could put 15 to 30% down on like 40,000, 50,000, sometimes lower. I saw houses for like 30,000 that looked like really decent houses. But you don't even have to pay all in cash. And their mortgage rates are 2.7% versus the US's 6.5%. So it's like their mortgage rate is ours is like close. That would be kind of close. It's over double. Yeah, 2.7 times 2 is that'd be 5.4, right? So our mortgage rates are over twice as much. Their homes are 10 times less for like a similar size home. And I was thinking like, shit, man, if I was going to buy a house, it would not be here. It'd be, Bulgaria sounds good, but also I was thinking of like, but I heard that they're going to adopt the euro. Bulgaria, this is kind of stupid for them. They're trying to adopt the euro by 2030, which they say will increase. Just initially, it'll increase the home prices by 10 to 20%. But within like 5 years after that, they say it could double or triple home prices. And I'm like, well, now would be the time to get into that because they're still on the lev, which is, worth like less than the euro, but that also means stuff is way cheaper, including real estate. I was like, if you could buy now, even if you didn't put cash down, if you just financed it at 2.7%, which is fucking nothing on $40,000, if you already put like 30% down or the fuck 50%, whatever you want, it's like you lock in that rate. But then after they adopt the euro, within 5 years after that, the home price is going to double or triple off of like a pretty small investment compared to like American home prices. Like, and just at the mortgage rates that they charge here, it's like just fucking ridiculous, man. And the homes are 10 times as much. So fucking US is so fucked. Like the bubble is gonna pop. It has to pop soon. The bubble has to pop soon. Because the bubble has just been like, it kind of started during COVID, right? It started during COVID, and then it's like the massive fucking, gigantic, huge nuclear bomb sized bubble right now, and it's just waiting for like a little something to just explode that bubble, and then prices and stuff have to crash. It just has. I mean, I think most economists also say that the U.S. is really, really deep. It's like it's right on the brink of a recession. So we're right on the brink of a recession, and Trump keeps doing the stupid shit financially, with all this trade and all this bullshit, the U.S. just keeps going farther into debt. It keeps printing money. It's like the bubble's going to have to pop soon. And when it does, I think it's like that would be a better time to invest in like real estate and stuff, but at least in America. But you could invest in foreign real estate where their markets are healthy. Their markets aren't complete fucking garbage like here. I mean, yeah, you could buy a house for like $200,000 in like Timbuktu, Georgia, or something, but I don't know how much demand there is in Timbuktu, Georgia, for actual buyers or renters. It's like here the average home is like 400,000, but yeah, a lot of people if you're from California or like New York, they're like 400,000. That's like a fucking bargain. It's like, no, that's not a fucking bargain. Not considering that before COVID, that same house was literally like $200,000 or less. It's gone up 100% in price in fucking 5 years. How's that a fucking bargain? Idiot. And the mortgage rate increased too. Yeah, and if people say like, "Oh, put your money in the bank, save," and all this shit, it's like, do you not know about the 2008? Did you guys not learn anything from 2008? The U.S. banks fucked up the economy because of subprime lending. So they lended to people who could not pay it back. They were just giving out mortgages, loans to people that like realistically would never pay it back. And they did that too much, and then it backfired, and then all these businesses went under. People lost tons of money in the market. And when stuff like that happens, people panic sell. It's like in the market, they see it tanking and then they panic sell to not. But once you sell, you lock in the loss, because they said after 2008, the market recovered after like three to 5 years or something like that. So all the people that panic sold lost a shitload of money. So that's why you have to be like patient. So I think there is going to be like a huge crash too, like with the market pretty soon. But I have investments and I'm not going to panic sell because I know it probably will rebound. Like the market goes through cycles, so never like panic sell. But also I think people lost money too because a lot of companies and shit went bankrupt. And then when that happens, your losses are just locked in. If you have money invested in it, it's gone. But yeah, the banks have already fucked up the economy in 2008, like worldwide economy too. This wasn't America is like tied to a lot of like every other country and shit. So if our markets go down and there's like a huge crash here, then it happens worldwide. But the banks did that. Banks did that because they didn't do their due diligence with their lending. And then after that, the banks didn't want it. They couldn't lend anymore. So it's like then people couldn't start businesses as much, buy homes. So the bank just loves fucking you, basically. So I really don't see why you should be putting your money in there. Then they lend out 9/10 of that. They devalue your dollar. Savings is garbage. Savings is garbage. So I'm trying to invest like most of my money into assets, appreciating assets. Bitcoin is the highest performing asset, so that's kind of where most of it's going. And I've done good on Bitcoin. Yeah, it went down, but Bitcoin fluctuates. So it's like one day I could be down, 10, 15 or something percent. The other day I could be up 10, 15%. I'm not going to sell because I know that Bitcoin goes through these cycles. I didn't sell, I buy the dip. And then there's stuff like dollar cost averaging where you could invest like $1 on the hour every hour. So dollar cost averaging is good because then like you don't lock in as many losses, but I think there's some downsides to dollar cost averaging because you can make more if you just invest more in the dip. Like I think always pump at the dip, but sometimes you can just steady invest no matter what it's at. Like if you're just investing $1 every hour, something like that, that's smart too because that's dollar cost averaging. It's kind of the safer way to invest. I think pumping and dumping, highs and lows that could be dangerous, especially with Bitcoin that's very volatile. But then again, if you invested a couple years, I think in 2020 or something, it dipped, it crashed like $6,000. So let's say you put in $10,000 today, it hit 126,000 the other day. Like that's a huge return on your investment. That's more than Nvidia would have given you. That's more than all these big companies that you keep hearing about would have ever given you on a pretty small investment compared to what it's at. Oh, hi. Are you leaving, Angeline? I'm sorry, I didn't read your comment. I didn't get to read your comment. Yeah, I was just rambling. It's nice to see you, though. Chico. I'm in Indian Trail right now. I drove all the way from the valley to Indian Trail. Just rambling. I wonder if people like look into my car and see me talking and just think I'm fucking insane. Postman. Should I pull over? I think we'll take it right here. You know what? I think I will take a right here. What is this, BMW? Audi. Audi's cool. There's some German cars that are like cool and they have good engineering, but again, German cars are like very complicated systems. So there's a lot that could go wrong in a German car. Yes, they are high performance, a lot of them, but it's like it's high performance and like pretty good quality a lot of times, but still there's so much stuff that go wrong. It's like an Italian car. Like Italian sports cars are all performance, quality, varies. It's like if you own a fucking Bugatti, yeah, Bugatti is really expensive, but it's gonna be more expensive on that Bugatti, the maintenance. Like you better get a fucking every warranty they will fucking throw at you at the dealership if you buy any of those types of cars. It's like I'd be like take fucking at least 10% off that price and give me every fucking warranty you have if I ever bought one of those cars. Because I know that fucker is gonna have constant issues. Yeah, Bugatti would be really cool. It's like incredibly fast. Like that engine sound would be like amazing. What is it like? Probably like a V12 or some shit. It's like yeah, that would sound really cool. But it's like all that fucking maintenance would just be such a headache. It'd be like oh, I'm gonna go on a drive in my fucking Bugatti, and then it's like, well, it's fun, it's fast, but then everything in the fucking car falls off. It goes wrong. It's fun while it lasts, I guess. Yeah, that's the point of owning a car like that. It's fun while it lasts. Yeah, if I ever had like a shitload of money, it's like, what type of car would I buy? I think if I were to buy a sports car, yeah, it'd probably be a Supra or something, or maybe a like a Nissan like Skyline or something. That'd be cool. Like something that's not crazy expensive, like an Italian sports car, and is more reliable, like a Skyline or like a Supra or something. I think Supras now are like it's not even really the engine. It's made by BMW, so I'd have to research the engine that they used in a Supra because the actual engine is designed by BMW, and then the rest of the car is like Toyota and stuff. But like a Skyline, like old, like a '90s fucking badass drift car would be like pretty sick too. I mean, there's like Honda Civics that they really tune, or Skyline Civics. Subaru is like a WRX, STI, and stuff. Like that's, I think a WRX would be pretty cool. Subaru is cool because a lot of their engines are interchangeable. It's like an engine that could go in a family Outback could go in a little sedan, or one of those sedans engines from like a WRX could go in an Outback, like in a lot of generations. And I like that, like Subaru, like a lot of the parts are interchangeable. It's like, or the years vary a lot. Like my car, it's like I could use stuff from 2000 models. I could use stuff from later models. So it's like whatever's available, I could just use. I think I don't have I have a 2004 Subaru Forester XS. I think it was originally a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated. The XT is turbocharged, so that it had about, I think, like 30 to 50 more horsepower. So that would have given my car a little bit more balls than it has now. It would have been 2.5 liter turbocharged. Then the XS, my old engine was 2.5 naturally aspirated, but now it's a 2. It's a 2 liter naturally aspirated, so I lost more horsepower because I got an engine replacement. But the positive of that is that it's more fuel efficient. The 2.5 liter is less fuel efficient, but it's like sometimes on hills, even kind of relatively like smaller hills, I do have to shift into third. On really big hills, sometimes it has like second. This is automatic, by the way, but like when I drove to Canada, I constantly had to because I didn't take the I-90 west, I-5 north. I took, I think, Highway 2 north, East, British Columbia 3 west, which is super fucking windy, mountainous, going through the Canadian mountains the whole entire way. And it adds a significantly long, it's like an extra 3 or 4 hours onto the trip, but I've seen all of Washington along I-90 a million fucking times, so it's kind of, I was like, I'll do something different. I'll drive the Canada way. The Canada way was cool. I'm kind of glad I did that too, because like gas in Canada is actually cheaper with the exchange rate. It was kind of expensive at that time of year too. It was like $4.20 a gallon, and there after the exchange rate, and even with liters, then it became like $3.90 something a gallon. So it was actually cheaper in Canada. I mean, there's some currencies that are even worse than the U.S. dollar. For example, Canadian. That's good for me. It's not good for Canadians, though. I've heard the Canadian housing market's even worse because our wages are also less, even for like the same roles and shit there, and the houses are like, I think, close to as expensive. It doesn't help that when I went to Vancouver, it's like am I in fucking India? So they have a lot more competition. They probably have a lot of demand and not enough supply. So there's so many fucking Indians in Vancouver. I was like, holy shit. Like, is this Canada? I'm not hearing any English. Am I in fucking Canada or am I in New Delhi right now? Like, holy shit. There's like Richmond, which is a lot of like Chinese people, and then Surrey is a lot. Surrey's tons of Indians. Surrey, Langley, whatever, tons of Indians. Oh, these are some windy small roads here. Gotta be more mindful driving through here. Oh, State Park? Riverside State Park. Huh. Maybe I'll pull off here, show you guys. Riverside State Park. River's right there, a bunch of trees. It's nice and cool here. Oh, there's the parking lot. Okay. Discover pass required. I've gone to a lot of paid parking spots and like I just haven't paid. I've never gotten a ticket or anything so far. So I'm no park rangers. I think I'm doing decent. I probably parked in like 3 or 4 paid parking spots and haven't paid. Let's read Angeline's comment. My friend. Park. I don't know what's going past. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck me. All right. I can go. Fuck you. Fuck me. All right. Just come out and move. My fuck you. Fuck me. I'm kind of happy. Hey, is anyone still here? Look, I lost service. I had to go outside. I had bad service in my car. State Park. I don't know what's back there. Probably the river. I crossed the river. Yeah, I had to go outside of my car because cell service sucked. Ball sack. So they want me to like pay to be here. Fuck them. If I don't see like a forest, ranger or whatever, I don't care. I mean, Discover Pass, just go to a park, bro. Fuck you. There's the beauty right there. Is my car unlocked? I shouldn't show my license plate. Don't look at that. I can't be showing my plate. Can like civilians track license plates or like see who owns it and shit? Look, I got some something. Got a little something here. It's called apple pie. If you know, you know. Here's the beast. Here's my Lasburu. Fucking beast, 291,000 motherfucking miles on the body. This car's built tough, bro. Is anyone here? It's fucking raining, bro. Sucks. It's all rainy and overcast today. It was nice the other day. It was like 80. 80 in October is pretty good. Look at the beast. Look at that beast, dude. It's older than me. Got the roof pod. My windows are like slightly tinted, but oh, my friend's calling me. Hold on.